Oh, hello, Tom. Can you actually get my microphone off my camera and the red curly cable out of my bag? Hello, people. I thought I'd do an impromptu live stream today because I've got an extra hour to kill here in the Split and the little curly cable in the airport lounge in Split Airport. And I thought I may as well stick the camera on the glass here, try and get my microphone on top, and in a second I will plug in my mic so you get better audio. Hello, Mango from Adelaide. I'm going to move this down a little bit. There we go. Oh dear. There we go. Excuse the faffing around this early. Yeah, we thought our flight was at 3 o'clock and it's not until 4:20, so it's an opportunity for me to talk. Right, having an awful struggle here. Bear with me, folks. You can hear the announcements, enjoy them. They'll be in Croatian initially. Is it in there, Tom? Okay. No, we'll have to do with this inbuilt microphone, my friends. Just let her finish. This is the lounge. There is no food. Well, when I say there's no food, there's some little peanuts in a plastic sleeve, and there are some mini croissants which are horrendous. I'm not sure they have any food in them. Let's let her finish. There's my wife over there. No cable? That cable must be it. Can you bring the bag over, please? Rightio, let's have a look. Who am I rooting for? Oh, I want a close race. Look, I'd love to see Max win because I think there'll be a lot of Dutch fans there. Just let me have a quick look in here, folks.
Oh, that's great, that's red. There you go.
Good news, people. And the little white adapter that goes on the end. Yeah, look, we've got one piece of... Yeah, that's it. We are in business, my friends. And I'll be very interested in your feedback as to whether the audio quality is markedly better with this. Which side is the plug on, Tonya? It's on this side. Oh, this is very tricky in the dark. Jesus, thanks for your patience, people. Here we go. That in there. Right, so you're listening now to the output from the camera.
It's on the other side.
What?
It's on there.
Oh, okay. And here's the microphone. So tell me, rainy in Spa. Well, they're forecasting 4 days of rain starting on Thursday and getting down to 9 overnight and maximums of, say, 17. So I've got my wet weather gear and I fear I'm going to have to wear it every single day. And the prospects of that are not very nice, and I've been enjoying 30 to 35 degrees every day weather here in beautiful Croatia. But anyway, we've got to go to Zagreb and then heading off to Belgium. Yeah, but if it does rain for the race, here we go, get another announcement. If any of you speak Croatian, you might understand that. The second announcement will always be in English. The audio just changed for the better, yes, hopefully. Is it good? I think it is. Do you think the F1 rain shield will work again? What's the rain shield? Are you doing the travel log on this journey? Yes, I am, Dison, and it's a bloody cracker. I have been editing as we go, and it means I can spend a lot more time, and you'll find some really funny people on this particular video. We have lots of natural light coming in from this side, and then this is dark. That's why this half of my face is dark, and that half is lit. Hello, Indian fans. Oh, okay, so I've got two things. Should come back to Perth soon. No, I'm not coming back till after Christmas. Okay, so if you're a VIP member of the channel, excuse me, I will do a once a year birthday shout out, a video. And this came about because a couple of people asked me to do them, and I did them for them, and I thought, right, I've got to offer that to my VIP members. So if you're a VIP member, and 2 people have already taken me up on it today, I just announced it, all you do is go into the community tab and you'll find there the link that you send your request, and you tell me who you want the birthday shout out for. Might be for you, could be for your wife, your lover, kids, Dad, and I'll do a short 10-15 second video. You give me as much information as you can. I'll work out what I use, and then I'll send that video to you for you to send on to your loved one or for you. And that comes free of charge once a year for all VIP members. Hello, Porto, Portugal, Douglas Berry. When am I going to upload the ads? Oh, that's going to take so much time to do. I had so many responses, but unfortunately, I didn't get many print ads, and they're the ones I really need because I can't just run an hour of videos. So that's going to be in the making. But thank you, and I had a lot of people respond and did some great detective work on that. Thank you very much. Yes, Blake, according to the forecast, it's going to rain every day in Spa. And hello from the Netherlands. Hello, Netherlands. I'll be there, excuse me, in a week. No, a bit longer. I might have to leave after the Belgium race and go out of the EU because I think I'm getting too tight again for my days. So where am I going to go? I've got to go on Sunday night from either Brussels airport or Amsterdam. So I've got to go out of Schengen. What flights go late night, Sunday night? That's wherever they go, I have to go to one of those places. What COVID vaccine do you have? Oh, you'll have to watch my video because you'll see me actually get one of them. And that's not the Bahrain ones because they wouldn't allow us to video that. But the one I got recently, they did allow. Where am I staying in Spa? Anywhere nice? No. There's nothing nice in Spa. Oh, yes, there is. There's La Source, which is at, I think, that is always booked up and all the drivers stay there and it's crazy expensive. Why only 40 likes? Yes. Could you all please press the like button? And that should be a standard thing for you guys because you're getting these for free. Press the like button now for me, please, to show that you are enjoying this. And that just bumps it up and sends it out to other people. Come to Ireland. Yeah, look, I might. If there was a flight, is that Ewan? If there was a flight on Sunday night from Belgium to Ireland, or even Amsterdam to Ireland, I could do that because Dublin, it's Dublin, not Belfast I'd go to. I'm pretty sure. I had a look today, and I could get there, spend 2 nights in an airport, but, not an airport hotel, but then I think you're very high risk. Look, if you're the same risk as Belgium, I don't have a problem coming back in. Hi, Kenya. What do we got? How was my summer break? That was excellent. Got a bit bored in the end. I'm keen to actually get back and photograph because I've got a couple of new things, and I think you'll find my photographs will be better because of these. Well, I've got a new camera, an R5 EOS, and that I'm hoping will allow me to do some shots I've not been able to do before. Ireland on the green list? Is that right? It depends though, because the Netherlands have to rank Ireland green. If that's the case, that'd be great. But what about me going into Ireland from Belgium? How would that work? Would they have me? That's one question I've got to answer. What other things have I implemented this week? Oh, if you're going to be at the Belgium race in the crowd, make sure you send me a picture, and you'll send it to photos@kimellman.com, and I'll promote that throughout the race. Photos@kimellman.com of you in the crowd. And on the Monday or the Tuesday or Wednesday after, I'm going to do a short video, and it will all depend on how many people send me their pictures. But it will. Somebody's late for their flight. Yes, so you'll send me your pictures and I'll make a video and put it up after the event, and you can show all your friends. You can get a new visa. No, you can't get a new visa. It's 90 days in 180 days. Thank you, Led Zeppelin, if you're going to be at the race. And I've had a lot of people say they are going to be at the race, which is great. Great. And Andy from Croatia. Yeah, I've enjoyed your country. I've enjoyed the water. Yes, I'll be photographing every race. Tonya, we're going from gate 23. Did you see that? We just got a thingo. Oh, that might be in the next. Yeah, you just check your email. You got a message. Can I be your assistant? Are you accredited? If you're accredited, let's talk. What lounge is that? It's the. I don't think it's just the business class lounge here in Split Airport. And as I mentioned before, there is nothing to eat except these tacky croissants in a plastic bag, which are not even real croissants, they're just manufactured food, and some peanuts. But there are lots of drinks, although if you look at the spirits and you can see them, no, where are they? That side? Where's the water thing? Oh no, you can't even see them. Anyway, they're not very good spirits, not that I'm wanting to have a drink in the middle of the day. Where's the best place to photograph at Spa? Oh, I like, is it Lacombs? Is that the left-right at the end of the long straight? Up the hill over past Eau Rouge, yeah, that's where I like to shoot. Excuse me. Don't touch the airport food, you'll spend time at Spa in the washroom. This place? Well, there's nothing to eat that's been made here, it's all just bought in. Bad connection. Sad to hear that, nothing I can do about that. But Brian will be watching from Victoria, where he'll be allowed out of his house to do what? 1 hour of exercise a day and go to the shops, and that's it, because Melbourne's in lockdown. When is the Grand Prix race? Spa's next Sunday. What's the forecast? Rain every day, 17 degrees tops, 9 overnight, miserable. What is your favourite race this half of the season? I'm going to say Saudi, and I like this race too, but I think Saudi's going to be very interesting for us, and I also think we're going to be going to Qatar, and I've booked accommodation already on 2 weekends because I think it's almost a given that we'll be there, and I think the other track that will be announced will be Bahrain. What's my favourite race to photograph? I'm going to do one of those TikTok videos for my 3 most asked questions, and that's one of them. Where do I send the photo to? I'm a bee at the race. Well, if you're going to be at the race, you'll send it to photos@kimellman.com, and you'll see that on my posts over, well, probably not, well, maybe starting from Wednesday, I'll put that on my posts on Instagram. Send your pictures to photos@kimellman.com when you're at the race. Yeah, thank you, Led Zeppelin. How was Croatia overall? Great. Stayed in a stunning hotel for the last 3 nights, and you'll see that on the video that I post tomorrow night. Tonya, can you take a bit of video? Tonya, look at her. She's got her headphones in here with this. Tonya, could you take a video, please, of me doing this here so that I can include it? You won't have a microphone, but that's fine. So those of you watching this who now watch, who will watch my live stream, will see me. Oh, you're going to do it on that camera, rightio, that's fine, that's good. So this is me doing a live stream on it's 2 p.m. on the Sunday. Is it Sunday? What day is it? No, it must be Tuesday. This is me doing a live stream from the lounge here in Split on a Tuesday. Fucking hell, I fucked it up again. This is what it's like when I'm doing you, I never get it wrong. This is me doing a live stream for 276 people from the lounge in Split. Right, that's done. Thank you, Tonya. Kim, it's Tuesday, yeah. It's very hard to work out what day it is when you don't have any structure in your life. Hello, United Kingdom, where you have a lot of cases and have been regarded as a very high-risk country by Belgium and the Netherlands. There is a great hotel right next to the airport in Dublin. Right. If I can get there on Sunday night, I could stay there for 2 days and come back. Douglas, perhaps you better send me some information. Send that to info@kimellman.com, and maybe you could help me, convince me to get to Dublin for 2 or 3 nights. That'd be nice. Right, let's go to your questions now. Drivers just in F3 or something like... Yeah, the F3 drivers have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I think in F2 it's about 800,000 euro a year to race in F2. You've got to pay to play. If you want your question to be at the top of the list, by the way, hit Super Chat. Or if you're a member of the channel, and if you're not, I don't know why you're not, because it's great value. You get wallpapers every month. If you're a VIP member, you also get raw images every month. They are the highest quality image I take at the track, and you can edit those and have a play with them. You also get a great video, a couple of great videos that are exclusive to VIP members, and one of them is the money side of F1 photography, which for some reason a lot of you are absolutely hooked on. And the other thing is, recently, well, today, I put up that all VIP members get a video shout out where I record a short video for you and I send it to you free of charge once a year on your birthday or someone else's birthday, and you get one per year. And all you have to do is go on, find the link in the community tab, and then send me a message to the email address provided. Favourite moment during the summer break? Oh, what was my favourite moment? Okay, yeah, sitting on the deck in Tregear watching the people come past on that boat. It was quite lovely. How did your wife get to leave Australia and come back so quick? Because she applied online and she was coming to work. She worked their ass off, thankfully, and hopefully she solved all my technical problems, and certainly my workflow has changed dramatically because of the work she's done, and that's pretty important. And you will be the recipient, I think, of faster uploads from the track because of her IT skills. The real bane for me is when I take a photo, say, of Parc Fermé or a podium, and I want to get it to you within, say, 2 or 3 minutes, and then I have all of these technical issues. But, and you don't realise the issues until you're here and you're experiencing the drama. So she's managed to pick a whole lot of holes in the system, plug them up. Fingers crossed that I'm a lot quicker second half. I also think that we might get an Indianapolis race, and I've booked a couple of weekends in the hotels in Indianapolis as well, just to be on the safe side. Not interested in Formula E. Did photography give you a big hit on your money? Watch the video. You'll enjoy the video. My prayers are a waste of time. Prayers do nothing. So no, but I am sad to hear of what's going on in Afghanistan, and if me hoping it's going to get better does nothing. What could I do? I don't know. I know a lot. I see a lot of stuff about it, and I would not want to be a woman in that country, and quite frankly, I don't think I'd want to be there at all. But I am pretty proud of what Australia's done with getting a lot of our people out of there, including those who worked with our armed forces and those who worked with our embassy staff. I think you have to look after those people. If they go to bat for you in that country and then they're in jeopardy, you have to look after them, and I'm happy that Australia's government, and I imagine all of the countries that have had local staff working there who are now in danger, have done their best. Why am I frozen? Brian, hopefully it's at your end, not at my end, because I'm fine here. Hi from India. 2 American races. COVID is rampant in the US. Canada has a much lower rate. Kevin, sort that out. Sort that out. You're good for me. Thank you, Devon. Have you ever been to Ireland? I've been to Northern Ireland. Is that Ireland? I've been to Belfast in '95. Would you like a race in South Africa? I'm neither for nor against it. Thank you, Hayden. I'm not frozen. There's the cleaning lady coming in to tidy up here. How many photos do you take on a weekend? 16,000 to end up with 1,500 reasonable ones and maybe 10 great ones. Hi from the Gold Coast. Used to have some houses on Sovereign Islands. Quite loved it. Used to spend all my holidays there with my kids and family. Can you please speak louder? I don't know whether this does anything. Hang on a second. Did the volume go up markedly there? Did that help? And if so, do you need it louder or softer? Russell or Bottas for Merck? Oh, I don't know. It's worse. It's gone up, yes. Too loud now. Rightio, I'll turn it down a little bit. I'm now at 5.5. Tell me 5.5. Is 5.5 better? Is there a bar behind you? Yes, you can go and help yourself. It's not a very good bar. It went up, but it is not as clear. Good. It was fine. Good, good, better, 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 good. That's better. This is good. Too loud. Right, well, unless we get consensus, I'm going to leave it where it is. Hey, just found the live feed. We'll cut the grass later. Good on you, Steve, Mr. W. I was just mentioning, Steve, that I'm in the Split Airport waiting for a flight to head to Brussels, and I was a little bit early, so I thought I'd do an impromptu live stream because I have nothing better to do and I'm keen to hear what you're saying. Toto Wolff in trouble, yes, insider trading, hey? The Toto Wolff of Wall Street. Could be interesting. He'll get a fine. That'll be about it if he gets done for it. Yeah, Qatar and Bahrain, definitely. I've already booked hotels on 2 weekends in Qatar. Haven't worried about Bahrain because I can always get into the downtown Rotana, which is a sensational hotel. Thank you, Dane. Been watching since lockdown in New South Wales for 2 months. What a shit fight that is over there in New South Wales. And quite frankly, everyone has to get vaccinated, or at least 80%, so we can open up our country. It's the laughing stock. You can't believe what Europeans think of us. And then they see that vision of people out there rioting in the streets and fighting the coppers. Now? Is it? Tonya says it's distorted. Well, people are not... Well, Tonya's saying it's distorted, so I'm going to take it down to 5. Oh, hang on. I've got that button pressed. Okay. Now, tell me what that's done. Has that done anything? I did have a button pressed that I shouldn't have had pressed. Video's not loading. It's fine. Thank you for that. Relay echo. We must look like crazies. Yeah, we do, I think. Australians look... It's like when we had all the government changes. Only 3 more prime ministers till Christmas. Yes, Paul O'Hurley, I could wish you a merry birthday there, but you should become a VIP member and I'll send you a video. Or I'll send one for your wife. Audio's good. Thank you very much for that. Sandro's in Switzerland. What settings do I use? Every single setting on the camera. There's no one setting. And that's the thing, because I could be stuck in a spot for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You don't want to have the same settings because every photo is going to look the same. So you've got to keep changing it to get different looks. Spa-Francorchamps. How'd I go? Say Spa-Francorchamps. Right, you're going to be put into timeout because people are getting pissed off. Put user in timeout. You can have a rest now. What else have I got here? Yeah, who's spamming this bloke? Let's put him in a timeout too. Reconnect video to fix. Don't know how to do that. Ever broke your camera because of rain? No, I don't think so. No, not because of rain. Those 1DX Mark IIIs are pretty good in the wet. And I have waterproof housings, or I have covers for them. But it means that I can only shoot with 2 cameras in the rain. That is, 2 lenses. One's a 600mm, a big long thing. And the other one is a 70-200, which is often enough. Hello, Minnesota. I went to Minneapolis once, loved it. Bloody cold. 8 a.m. in Chile. Favourite race of the season. You should watch my video because that race is still my favourite race. It is the Baku race. Watch the video for my reasons why. Exams are over for Pranay. Good-o. Right. Do you know the time difference between Eau Rouge and Radeon? No. Tell me the difference if you are an expert, please. I always get best wishes from India. I am grateful for the Indian support. Looking forward to the GP after the break. Hopefully the Red Bull Merck saga will continue. I think so. Do you do a PO box opening video? What's a PO box opening video? Tell me about that. Here in the UK where I live, Thank you very much. To Douglas, is it? Thank you, Douglas. Maybe I'll be coming to your part of the world. Tonya will be with us. Yes, she's going to do the Thursday and the Friday of this race, and then we'll head back to Australia. Hello, Belgium person. We're going to be in your neck of the woods shortly, and excited about it. Top 5 tracks to photograph. Yeah, Monaco and 4 more. Mo Gaming Zone, watch my video, The Money Side of F1 Photography, and you'll understand it all. It's available to all VIP members on my YouTube channel. Become a VIP member. Hello from sunny Colorado, where you've had Valtteri Bottas and Tiffany Cromwell enjoying some time there. Eau Rouge is the second longer corner. Well, what's the bottom of the hill going up? Is that Radion? Hello, Jor Theo. When was the last time you shoot F1 using film? I've never shot using film. Never. How much is your camera worth? Have a look at my video, my camera kit. I don't know what those cameras are worth these days. Maybe... What is that noise? 7,000 euros those cameras are worth. But then there's all the lenses. Have a look at my video about my kit. You'll enjoy it. Hello, Sydney. What are you looking at? Oh, Tanya's pointing at something. Prepared for the triple header? Yes. It's going to be hard work considering I have to escape one track, one country. As I said, I have to go back outside the EU for 3 nights. Yep, Eau Rouge at the bottom, Radion's at the top. Well, see, I say Eau Rouge is at the bottom, but people say, no, that's wrong. Some people. Anyway, I think there'll be a little bit of interest in what the drivers do to remember Antoine Hubert. So on the Thursday, I think there'll be, I know last year Pierre laid a wreath up at that point, and I'll be up there because A, it's a great place to photograph, and B, I think there'll be a bit of emotion. Hello from Montenegro. Gee, we were so close to coming to Montenegro. Doesn't that lady have a brightly coloured dress on? I would fly from or Amsterdam or Dusseldorf in Germany. Brussels is quite small compared to Amsterdam. Yeah, and I think it could actually tell me how far is the drive from the track to Amsterdam Airport? Because I think I'll have more flight options from Amsterdam. And correct me if I'm wrong. Predictions for the weekend? None at all. Rain. Okay, there you go. Rain every day. Do you like the landscape in Spa? I love it. I think photographically it's one of the finest tracks we go to. Much nicer with blue sky, I think, but we might not have that luxury. Hi, Melbourne. Eau Rouge dangerous? Yeah, it is, down the bottom there. And to tell you how it works, if we want to photograph at that corner, where there's a cameraman that spends the whole weekend there, the whole 4 days, it's a crazy position to be in. Like, if I do a few minutes there, I'm quite terrified. But if we want to do a photo from that spot, we have to devote a whole session or race, because you have to come in 45 minutes before the session starts, you stay there for the session, and you can leave about 10 minutes afterwards. And I think I will do maybe FP2 from there, might be an option. But, as I said, you've got to devote the whole session to it, and those cars come past at lightning speed, and I will now be able to shoot low through the gap in the fence for some stunning photos using this new R5 camera, because it has a tilt-out screen, and it's absolutely vital if you want to shoot low. Otherwise you scrunch down like that, and it's very uncomfortable. 3 hours to Amsterdam, is it? Oh, that's probably too far. Unless I get a helicopter. Could do that. That wouldn't be too expensive. Get a Robinson R44. Anyone know of a Robinson R44 that might be interested in a one-way fare? I can't travel by train. I've got to go via car or private. Yes, I have TikTok. I started to do a bit more on that. What I need is someone who's brilliant at editing that could repurpose my videos and manage my TikTok. Anyone interested in that? If you are, send me what you propose to info@kimelman.com. Maybe we can work together, but you will need to be a brilliant editor in Final Cut Pro. Not much. The Amsterdam airport is just awesome. Yeah, I hear that. And I'm staying out at the airport for the next race. That's what I'm wearing, Collins. Excuse me. Getting over a cold. Not COVID, just a cold. Did you see World Rally Cars racing around Spa? Yeah, I did. I just saw some pictures of them. Uber helicopter, is that a thing? Evolved? Is that really a thing? Because that could be of interest. Because it can't be any more than, in a helicopter, what is it? Gosh, it'd only be an hour and a half, would it? Yes, I only shoot Formula 1. There's no time to shoot Formula 2 or 3. There's barely enough time to do one. Thanks for the offer, Martino. No, we can't mix with the public. That is part of the deal. We are allowed to go to our place of staying, in this case I think I've got an Airbnb, and to the track, and we're not allowed to mix. We're going to eat at the track and we go back to sleep. That's how it works. Would you consider Ocon's win a bit of a Bradbury? Yeah, absolutely. And for those people who don't know what a Bradbury is, it's an Australian expression. Stephen Bradbury, he won a Winter Olympics skating event because the three guys in front of him all collapsed at the last turn, and he pretty much was the last man standing. And that might be very much what Esteban did. But still, he had to drive the rest of the race without a mistake, and he's going at a fair speed, and he's got to get everything right. So, he's done well. What have I got here? Do you find Spa more challenging to get around? Oh, yeah, it's very long, but we do get a shuttle bus in some points, and look, I've decided now that I'm not going to kill myself trying to get to 7 or 8 different spots in a session. I'm happy to go to one spot and go maybe a couple of 100 metres either side, but just try different shots and really put the time in to get good shots, because no point getting lots and lots of average shots when you can get a small number of great shots, and that's what I'm perhaps focusing more on. Amsterdam, you think, is the best option for late last minute flights? Okay, is there a flight from Amsterdam to Ireland at 11 p.m. on Sunday night? That's what I've got to do my homework on, because that would be highly doable. How do you decide which corner to shoot? I've already decided. On FP1 I'm going to go to, I think it's Les Combes, and then on FP2 I'm going to devote that hour at the bottom of Eau Rouge. Yes, I've been to India once. Went to Mumbai and Bandar National Park. After Spa, it's Dutch. Yeah, that's right. And a lot of people are very excited about Zandvoort. It's a shame we have to stay out at the airport, because I imagine there's nothing out there and it's devoid of any sort of social life. But once again, we're not allowed to mix. It's quite a funny situation. Wet race. 4 days of rain forecast. Eau Rouge, best spot on the Spa track. Yeah, although the photos tend to be very same-ish. Rear shots through the fence going up the hill. I'm not sure that anyone would spend the whole race, because if you wanted to shoot the race in that spot, previously, go back to 2018, you could go in there halfway through a session and leave halfway through the session, but you can't anymore. You've got to devote the whole session to that spot, and I don't think it's worth doing the whole session there. Just mucking around with the camera here. There we go. Never been to Zandvoort. Only been to Holland once, I think, years ago. Don't remember anything of it. 3 flights from Dublin to Amsterdam on Sunday and Saturday. I don't want Dublin to Amsterdam. I want Amsterdam to Dublin on Sunday night late. 11 o'clock would be great. Son's YouTube career? No, he's struggling. He's putting his energy into other things at the moment. He may get back on the horse. I don't know. It's up to him. It's got to have it. It's got a tough grind, because what am I at now? Nearly 139,000? Is that what this is? I think so. And 209 on the other thing on YouTube. But that'll be 213,000 by the end of the race weekend. Hope Zandvoort's a lot better place than it used to be. That place was hell back in the day. Well, for me, it's all the same. iPhone 12 I use, RNAR. Any tips on starting selling photos? Get a website, make it easy for people to buy them. There you go. What do I think will happen to Mercedes if they don't adapt well? Well, they won't win. I think that's pretty obvious. Robin's going to his or her first race. That's exciting. Robin, are you a man or a lady? Because if you're going this weekend, remember, take a photo of yourself in the crowd and send it to me at photos@kimelman.com, and I'll do a montage of the photos on the Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday after the race. Any tips on starting a photography career? Don't expect to make money yet. You'll have to put in 10 years before you make any money, unless you're the most brilliant marketer, because the world doesn't need another photographer. It needs another great photographer stroke marketer. And when you look at the video about the way I approach this business, it's not the same as everyone else because they do that, and I'm never going to compete with them. So I'll compete on a different game altogether. Insider trading for Toto? Well, it's an interesting story, isn't it? I didn't read too much about it. I just know it was triggered by a 60% rise in the share price and the fact that Toto had bought in at the right time. Of course, if he'd lost money, there'd be no insider trading. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Latest flight from Amsterdam, Dublin, 10:55, Ryanair. Okay. Who sent me that? Thank you very much. That saved me a little bit of faffing around. Quan Lin, thank you very much. Tonya will do some work on that. Ryanair, not a very nice airline. But anyway, I imagine the flight's very short, isn't it? What, an hour and a bit, if that? 3 flights from Amsterdam on Saturday or Sunday. Don't really know how light that's... Okay, thank you for that, people. Albon returned to F1? No. But I was delighted he had a win. I've been to... excuse me. I have been to Albury Wodonga, Oliver, and I did a speech there. I did a speaking tour about customer service. Gosh, that would have been 10 years ago. And I was there for a night. And it's on the border, of course, and when New South Wales is blocked off to Victoria, half the city can't go to the other half of the city. Bizarre. Yeah, what's my favourite team? I don't have a favourite team. I like them all. Do I like them all? All right, well, straight away when you ask me that, I like to photograph Ferrari. I like Alpha Tauri. I don't like any of them really. I don't have a preference for any of them really. They're all nice to photograph. Some would pop a little bit more in photos. In fact, I don't really like to photograph the Aston Martins because they just come across as black and shit light, and we're going to get lousy light, I think, this weekend. And I think the Mercedes also come across ordinary with their black, dark design, unless it's really bright and sunny. I would love to be able to watch all these other races like the Le Mans 24 Hour, but I have no way of watching them. They're not on free-to-air in any of the hotels. And unfortunately, I don't have any platform that I can get on and see them. Says Robin, I'm sitting in Les Coms grandstand because it was the only thing left for a reasonable price. Well, make sure you send me a picture, and I'll be down there. FP1, I think I'll go there. Yeah, I think the Alpha Tauri looks good too. It's easy to photograph because there's lots of contrast between the blue and the white, whereas some of the cars don't have that contrast and are a lot harder to photograph. Teach us some Aussie slang. I'm not very good at that. Not very good at that. Cobber, we use Cobber a lot. Anyway, Cole Bennett has risen to the head of the queue. He's a Canadian. Wondering how you made ProStarPics.com. Well, I've thought up the name, bought the website domain, got my staff to set up the website, used a product called Zenfolio, and that does all the back-end work, and they take a clip on every picture sale. But it's fantastic, because in the old days people would say, I'm interested in buying some photos, and what you'd have to do is say, I'll send you these 50 with watermarks on them, and you'd have to faff around forever, and of course no one ever bought them. This way, just say, go and search Daniel Ricciardo, go and search Lewis Hamilton, and they go and find the pictures and buy them, and they get them instantly. There's no mucking around. Now quickly, could you all please hit the like button on this video? We've done 39 minutes. And you need to just press the like button, please. Good, we've got a couple of extras there. Look, once we get to 300, I'll go on. And I'll tell you, for VIP members, what new bonus you get if you've only just joined. There's a great new bonus for VIP members. Just click the like button. That's beautiful. Another 10. Another 20 now, please. Oh, look at that. That was excellent. 12. Thank you very much. Come on, Wayne Kemp and Collins. It's time for you to click. Evolved, have you clicked? There we go. I reckon that name is Polish or Croatian. 288, 12 more to go. And somebody's just become a member. Thank you for that. 3 more to go, and then we'll get back on. Oh, thank you very much. Beautiful work, my friends. I've got no idea what a bronze spot is. I've got no idea what it's like to watch the race from the stands, honestly. And in fact, you know, I've never even photographed one section of that track. What is it? Oh, it must be about the last 2/3 of the track I've never shot. Okay, Thomas wants to get to 400. Okay, let's see if we can get to 400 likes, please. That would be lovely. How's the Daytona going? Well, it's good, but it's going back to Australia with my wife because I can't be trusted with it on my own.
This is the final call for all SmartBeams passengers on flight 1083 destination Prague.
Anyone going to Prague? If you're going to Prague, you need to be down at your gate. Thank you to Lou 10, who's become a VIP member. Thank you. Now, Lou 10, if you go to the community tab, you'll find a whole lot of freebies. One of them is the opportunity to get a short video shout out from me, which I'll do and send to you. All you have to do is send an email to the link the email address you'll find on there, and I'll turn it around pretty quickly for you. More information you give me, the better. So if you might do it for a loved one or a friend or a joke, happy to do it. Part of the perks of being a VIP member. Yes, you're excited about the RAWs. Yes, RAW images come out to members. More images for VIPs than for normal members, but yes, both categories get it. Do you think Lewis has been lucky, Max unlucky? I think both have had good and bad luck. Do you have a daily driver when you're back in Australia? Yes, most of the time I drive an FJ Cruiser because I'm in Lancel and we drive that on the beach and in the sand dunes. Here we go, stand by.
This is the final call.
Final call. There's a whole list of passengers who've failed to board their flight. So if you're one of them, get down to your gate so we can let this woman get back on doing more productive stuff. I wish I was going to Prague, says Andrew. Don't think we'll be let out for some time. And sort that out, Andrew. Get on to Scott. And I was buoyed by Scott, our Prime Minister's comments that once we get to 80% we can open things up, because we have to. Because over here they're just doing it. They're just opening it up and they're wearing the cost. Once you get to a certain number of vaccinations, those that don't get vaccinated, if they get it, in fact, you would have seen lots of memes like that. But anyway, who's spamming an old Blockham? Why don't you try portrait orientation? It'd be great for... Oh, well, look, I can do portrait. I can just crop it. But it's harder to shoot, more awkward, and also it doesn't allow me to use them for videos. What do you like about shooting in the rain? Spray shots. Nice big plumes of spray behind them. Also, when they're going away from you, you get the lovely red lights, but on the other hand, it's just uncomfortable. But that's what happens. Any tips to see drivers at their hotels? I don't know where they're staying. I imagine a good 7 or 8, again, will be staying at the track, so you won't see them. And I don't know where the others stay, because there's a real dearth of good quality accommodation around. They're not like Hungary, which is just beautiful. Do you think F1 will race in Adelaide again? No, I don't, and sadly, because I loved it when it was in Adelaide. What did you do before F1? Go and have a look at kimellman.com. You'll see my current businesses, which I still run remotely. You love the pictures with the sparks, Johannes. Yes, they are nice. Does Jahan Deruvala have what it takes to be an F1 driver? I've not even followed his career. I photographed him once playing pool with Lando Norris in Russia 2 years ago, but nothing since. Yeah, I've got a tilt shift lens, bit of a novelty stuff, and I wouldn't carry one around the world in the hope of using it once every race for 20 minutes. But great if you've got them on hand. The ceiling behind looks nice. It is. It's really cool, isn't it? I imagine that's a bit of sound dampening too. Hello, Chetan. Airbus, choose a good hotel. There are some here. Okay. Yeah, you can take a 100-4 lens. I've seen people in there with 600mm lens. So whilst they say on those signs professional lenses not permitted, I'm not sure anyone's policing it. And quite frankly, I think if somebody turns you around at one gate, you just go to another gate and someone else who's less interested will let you in. I'm amazed when I see big lenses shooting behind me through the fence, because I don't know whether you realise this, people, but if you've got a lens like that, which is a 600, or even say a 400, which is that big, you put it right up next to a wire fence, you can't see the fence. The light just bends around it. As long as you're shooting at low f-stops, say 2.8 or 4 or whatever. And hence you can take a long lens in, well, if you can get a long lens in, you can shoot through the wire and you're probably getting similar quality to what I'm getting, a little bit closer. What do I think of the Sony A6? Never used it. Don't know anything about it. Canon goes great. Most of its customers are out of the US. And just watching a plane come in now. Quite a nice little airport this in Split. Very modern. Tonya doesn't follow F1, but my youngest son Jace is a real big fan. Cole Bennett again from Canada. I'm a photographer myself. Need to be able to upload hundreds of photos and have them available for purchase. Yeah, get Zenfolio and rig that up to your website, and then get an IT person like Michael Anthony, who's one of my guys. And if you want, you can do a one-to-one chat and just pay for half an hour with him, and he'll tell you how he's done mine. I don't know the background of it, but it's fantastic. All I do is press a button from my camera. It goes straight up to both kimellman.com and prostarpics.com. And the magic happens all in the background. Isn't it great? When it works, of course, sometimes it plays up. And you have to expect that, unfortunately. It's just a downside of it. Now, just read about your tab on your website. Thank you. Thank you, Johannes. Do you like Richard Milles? No. No, but if someone gave me one, I'd be pretty happy. Have I had a look at the R3 yet? The R3 is the new big professional body of the mirrorless camera, but I've not seen one, and quite frankly, I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether I need 30 frames a second, because I get a lot of images that I have to cut through now and edit and do that stuff. But I am going to do more stop motion stuff, because I don't know whether you saw this. I did one on Carlos a week or so ago, and it was just 15 photos of him getting out of the car, and I to and fro them, and each photo stays up for 0.1 of a second. And I put smooth operator music behind it, put it up on my story, my reel, and on TikTok. And I was delighted that Carlos shared it from his page. And my previous best reel on Instagram had 150,000 views. Carlos knocked that out of the park with over 500,000 because he shared it. And I think there's a real appetite for that sort of stuff, especially in times like now, when there is nobody really who's sharing this sort of stuff. You'll find I'm doing it, to an extent Mark Sutton does it. Who else posts live? Sometimes Florent Gooden, I see his stuff. Antoine from DPPI, Mario Renzi. But the last few of those guys only do the odd photo, and it's certainly not seconds after it has been taken. So I think I've been lucky in that respect, that this year, because there are very few photographers there and not many with an audience on Instagram, and certainly none on YouTube, that I've been able to build this following at a great time, and hopefully it continues on. Yes, F1 Sutton is Mark Sutton. I worked for Mark 4 years ago, 2017. Been around the sport for years, and a funny guy. Have you heard of the spooky hotel that Nat Pinkham hates? No? Tell us about that. Yes, my wife has to quarantine for 14 days in a hotel room, Kiwi, and she doesn't know which hotel yet. Could be a good one, could be a shit one. And she can't open the window. She can only open the door to get her food. They have a security guard on every floor. It's crazy. Thoughts on the Hasselblad cameras? Yeah, not for me. Expensive and not for me. How hard is it for you to shoot in the rain? You just get wet, and that's pretty much it. It's just uncomfortable, really. Are you doing all the races? Yes, unless I get COVID, which is a real chance, because we're mixing it up. And despite the fact that I have been vaccinated, I can still get it, and I can still pass it on. Yes, in answer to your question, Christina, the government chooses the hotel, and you don't know until you get to the hotel. Here's what will happen. Any Australian returning to Australia gets off the flight, they fill in some paperwork, they then go out to a bus. They have to carry their own luggage onto the bus, and there's police and there's army, and they guide them onto the bus, and then a police car goes in front of the bus, one goes behind the bus, and they drive to a hotel. It's only when you pass the travel lodge you think, oh good, not going to the travel lodge. Oh, and I've passed that shit one, and I've passed the Ibis. Yes, we're at the Western. Or, hey, I've just passed the Western, bugger, because that's the best one in Perth. Where is one location you'd like to visit vacation in? Oh, I don't like vacationing. I like to do stuff that's interesting. I have no real want to see any part of the world, really. Thank you for your question, though. Am I changing places during the race, and how do you do it? You walk. Hang on, this track has a bus. Does it have a bus? No, it might have one bus to a far reach, but not around the outside of the track. No, there's a lot of walking involved. So I will probably tend, for the race, to stay around turns 1, 2 and 3, maybe. Opinions on the Miami GP? It should be great, because obviously it's an English-speaking country, although I must say everybody in Croatia speaks English. It's been fantastic. And a reminder that if you haven't yet joined as a VIP member, I urge you to do it, because recently I've started offering, in fact recently, it was yesterday if it wasn't this morning, just let this person chat, I do video shout-outs. So every VIP member gets one video shout-out per year, so you can have me say hi to your wife, your mate, your son, daughter, dad, whatever it is. And you also get access to some interesting videos that nobody else sees, and you get more wallpapers each month, and you get more raws than normal members. So become a VIP member. How do you do it? You click the join button that's next to the subscribe button. Sometimes you have to do it on a laptop. So go to Kim Elman YouTube channel, which you're watching this via, and you should see a join button in most countries. Click it. It's a couple of dollars a month, and away you go. Can you use a bike or scooter to get around the track? No. However, some photographers do work for teams, and as such a team has a scooter that is allowed to drive around the perimeter, and they can then borrow that. But you can't just bring in your own scooter, as far as I know. I think it has to be the team that has that right. I've lost all my questions. No one's allowed to fly a drone at the track. Not even F1 uses drones, although I did see one in Brazil 2 or 3 years ago, and they had it tethered, so if it crashed, it could only go in a 50-metre arc, say. You could go 50 metres up, 50 metres left, right. Yeah, 50-metre diameter, not radius. Calendar length for you, currently 23. I don't mind 23. Anyway, it'd be selfish for me to say 20, but 20 would be nice. I'd spend more time at home. Although this year, doesn't matter, because once you leave, you can't go back until you're going to spend a long time back there. Been to Monaco when it's not race week? No. Although, technically, Monaco is not in the Schengen region. For my visa, it would be great to go to Monaco. However, because the only way to get to Monaco is by landing into France somewhere, they then deem you effectively to be in the Schengen region, so you have to then put those days down as days spent on your visa, which I have 90 days in 180. Yes, I do miss going into the paddock. It's bloody boring, and I miss out on so many good photos. But anyway, one day it'll happen. Second race in Bahrain. No, I won't be staying at the Four Seasons. I think that's an overkill. I'll be at the, what do you call it? Downtown Rotana, I think. Could you not take a boat into Monaco? Yes, but from where? If you do that, you're effectively still in the Schengen, because you would have had to come from Italy, which is Schengen, and so is France. Unless you, like I'm in Croatia, I guess I could travel by boat up to Monaco, but then I'd have to technically go into the EU, into Schengen, and haven't cleared customs and immigration. Surely a drone is safer than a helicopter. Yeah, well, that's the rules. And some people say, oh, you should put a GoPro on the top of your camera, and photograph a typical day or video a typical day. We can't. We can't take any moving video. We can't take or record any audio. Once you do that, you lose your accreditation. The ceiling looks dope. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It's very nice. And for those of you wanting to know what the other view looks like, this is the view out to the airport there, and that's my lounge and my gate down there. And the back of my wife's head, Tonya. She's a silhouette. There's Tonya there. She's an IT whiz and has saved me so much time and put up with my shenanigans. And Izat says hello to Mrs. Illman. No, very nice. I'll pass that on to her because she's not listening at the moment. She'll be watching TikTok. She's as addicted as I am to TikTok. What did you miss? Well, you have to go back and have a look at what you missed because you've only got another 6 minutes left to go. Our sea is most beautiful. It's just absolutely... Oh, she's listening. She's listening. Oh, it's lovely. Here, can you bring that over so I can see what the delay is? I'm interested to know what the delay is. Guys like the video. Arnev, one of my favourite members, radio. So this is what I see now. So if I go like that, what's the delay? Let's have a look. I'm looking for here with me clicking my fingers. So that's at least 20 seconds. There we go. So probably 25 odd seconds. I wonder if we can get that to feed back in here. No, it won't do that. Will it do that? No, it won't. Thank you, Tonya. Is the missus taking home the Kim loves her poster? No, we carried that in the car for a long time and then we finally threw it out. She is taking home a heck of a lot of signed photos from drivers. And this race, I'm giving away a signed Valtteri Bottas A3 print of him coming out of the tunnel in Monaco. And if you want to win that, you should pay attention to my Instagram and YouTube this week, and it could be you. Ideally, you're going to need to pick it up in Spa. So make sure, if you're in Spa, that you keep an eye out for what I'm doing, because you could end up with that lovely print signed by the lovely Finnish driver, Mr. Valtteri Bottas, who does like nuding it up in the sauna. Did you see that video of him and Paul Ripke opens the door of the sauna and Valtteri's sitting there completely naked, covering his bits, but yeah, very nice video. Glad you appreciate the live streams picture. Always fun, always informative. Thank you for that. Collector's item, Bottas's last season with Mercedes. No, my son has little chance of cracking the 100k this year, unless he does something illegal or highly questionable, perhaps, and it goes viral. Is it going to be tough for your wife to enter? No, not tough. She just gets on the plane. She's got a seat. She's got a flight. She just has to do the 2 weeks in quarantine. That's the deal, and everyone does it. And then hope she doesn't pick up COVID in the hospital. Not hospital, the hotel. Lewis wants Bottas to stay. Well, I imagine Lewis has a fair bit of pull with the team. Because really, well, yeah, it's going to be interesting, isn't it? Be a good story when it comes out. Cologne, how far is Cologne from Spa, please? Someone tell me. This is the watch I'm wearing. Just found out about the Targa Tasmania and someone driving a Mitsubishi. Yes, me. Driving off the road at 170 k's an hour. Should be dead. Can you not pay extra for a good hotel? Yeah, where? Of course you can if there's good hotels. Do I have any F1 pit stop photos? Yes, a number. You have a nice one. Yeah, I do. I can't even... If you search pit stop on prostarpics.com, see if I've labelled them properly there. Didn't watch any of Le Mans, had no way of watching it. A couple of final questions before we head off, and a reminder too that you should join as a VIP member, because there are some good freebies for you there. Have you ever lost your camera gear when travelling? Lost? Yeah, I lost a camera in Britain, didn't I? I left it on a bus, but got it back about 10 minutes later. Meet up in Spa? Nope, we can't meet anyone. We are not allowed to mix with the public. you are all evil and you could give us COVID, and then I'll pass it on to all the media, then I'll be in the shit. So no meeting people in anywhere we go at the moment. I don't think that's going to be eased at all this year. Prediction for the weekend: rain on every day. Never did 3D stereo pictures of F1. Robert Kubica was leading LMP2. Second, looks set for a win, but on final laps after 23 hours and 57 minutes, his car broke down. What a waste of a day that was, hey? You'd be pretty dark about that. How is policing done of what you shoot? I don't know what you mean there. Or the photos we produce, or where we go on the track? Because we're watched at every second. We often get marshals come over and say, race controller said you can't stand there, because they've got cameras everywhere and someone's job is to look for idiots like us who happen to go to the wrong spot. Yes, and I'll do those reels and TikTok videos after every race where I put in 400 odd photos because people like them. No, I've never grown a beard and hate it. I hate smoking. I can't believe the number of people that smoke in Europe. Like in Australia, if you smoke, you're a leper. Nobody wants to know you, and you certainly won't be doing it at any restaurant. But here, it's actively encouraged. And then, of course, you just throw your butt on the ground because it magically disappears. Not. Okay, with that said, I'm going to say goodbye to you. One more question. Any other questions that are interesting here? The Charleroi Airport and Eindhoven Airport are the closest. Yeah, but I don't think they would have any scheduled flights to non-EU countries. But I drink occasionally a Southern Comfort. No, I wouldn't do an Insta360 camera. I have too much crap already. Who is your underrated prediction? Oh, no prediction. Dinners soon, yeah. Well, as soon as F1 says we can mix with the public, I'll be doing them. Don't worry, I quite like them. And it gives me something to do on a Saturday night. So with that said, people, I'm going to say good night, good afternoon, and good morning, depending on where you are. And I will talk to you from Spa.